Let the shag fall freely! When I was filming the last video in this series, I realized that I had the opportunity to shoot the entire thing in front of a green screen, and I didn't. So this time, I will. For the rest of this video, we're gonna be in outer space, okay? Okay. And this is the second video in my 300-part series of videos, each based on one of the writing prompts in this 300 writing prompts book by Piccadilly, and I'm going to put links in the video description to where you can buy this book, not because the kind folks at Piccadilly are paying me, because they aren't, but they reached out to me on Twitter and they're super nice people. Today's prompt is, have you ever spoken up when you saw something going on that was wrong? Were you scared? What ended up happening? Now, I filled up the entire page with this, but there's actually more to the story at here. I had to sort of abridge it. So I'll read through it and then I'll fill in the gaps at the very end. Before I start reading this, I'm just gonna tell you this is a really strange story. This is one of those truth is stranger than fiction kind of things. I'm not making this up. In this case, it wasn't so much that I spoke up as I sprung into action. I chased a purse snatcher and assisted in his apprehension. I wasn't really scared. In fact, I was barely awake enough to feel much of anything at all except hunger. I had stopped in at a GameStop in the mall while walking back home with my breakfast. After a few minutes of sleepily gawking at video game covers, I turned to leave the store when suddenly a blur zipped right past me, heading towards the door to my far left leading to the outside. To my right, an old woman screamed out, "Stop that man! He took my purse!" It took me a couple seconds for the situation to register, and the perpetrator was nearly out the door at that point. But once it clicked, I set my food down and sprinted after him. I chased him across the parking lot, memorizing his description as I gained on him. Black track pants with a white stripe, dark blue hooded jacket, white Nikes, and a red backwards cap. He noticed me after a bit and managed to lose me, but I was able to provide the cops with the most detailed description of any witness, and they caught him less than 20 minutes later. Now, I had to shorten how it was that he lost me. You see, the mall, across the parking lot, there is a highway, and crossing this highway is a footbridge. There's a staircase that goes up, leading to the bridge, and this is where I lost track of him because I saw him go in the staircase. And so what I think happened, because I ran up the staircase and when I got to the top, I didn't see him across the footbridge, and I knew that he wasn't going so fast that he would have gone all the way across it. My guess is that I probably ran in and he may have ducked out of the way or something. I probably ran right past him and lost him that way, is my guess, unless the guy had rocket boosters for legs. I gave the description to the mall security. Then the police arrived and I had the same conversation with them. They radioed out the description, and then a little while after that, while I was still there, a response came in through the radio. They thought that they had found the person. So they took me and one other witness with them in their cruiser. It was kind of odd, actually, but the two of us got into the cruiser, and they drove us out to meet up with the officers who had found the person who had taken the purse, and they didn't let the cruiser get too close, but they brought the guy out and asked both of us in the car if that was the person, and it absolutely was. It was the same clothes. It was definitely him. And then the cruiser took us all back to the mall. Well, me and the other witness took us back to the mall. On our way back to the mall, because they hadn't found the purse on the person that they apprehended, but they found some other things that were in the purse. And on the way back to the mall, when we were going through the parking lot, we actually spotted the purse. The person, while I guess while I was chasing them, the person had just taken some things out of the purse and then discarded the purse right on the ground, and we just happened to find that spot again. It was a really strange morning, and I hadn't eaten breakfast at all before running after this guy, so I was starving and a little nauseous after all of this fuss. It was definitely one of the weirdest starts that I've ever had to a day. Very strange. That's the second part of this series. 2 down, 298 to go, and I look forward to the next one, which is asking me what my favorite work of art is and what do I love about it. So I'm gonna look forward to doing that. And I'm gonna try to not take so long before I post the next one of these. So that'll be my challenge. I'll try to see if I can get this one done on Monday. I will see you all later on. Adios. Don't get robbed.
Like,
Subscribe,
or die.
let the shine fall freely.